And I think the reason why, and a lot of people don't know, is
what is going on, Lost Tribe? So today I got a very exciting video for you guys. This is honestly one of my favorite videos I've ever gotten to film, gotten to make. It was a very nostalgic video for me. Today I got to talk to the original Green Ranger, Tommy Oliver, Jason Dave and Frank. Oh my god! It was supposed to be 10 minutes, but he graced me with some extra time. And man, I gotta say, this is truly like one of the happiest moments of my life. Growing up, I loved Power Rangers. I was a huge fan. I always watched it. I always tuned in. This was just a great video for me. It was just a great time. He was a great dude, very down to earth, very loving, very caring. He gave me a little behind the scenes access on like what we might have missed, why he left the show, things that you might not actually know. He decided to give me the inside scoop on. If you like Power Rangers, comment down below which was your favorite season, which was your favorite Ranger, things like that. This is something that you definitely need to watch. This is something you definitely need to check out. Thank you guys for watching again. I hope you guys enjoyed this interview slash Q&A slash talk with Jason, and we'll see you at the end. Later, guys. Before I forget, as always, my Lost Tribe, I need you to like, comment, subscribe, put that notification bell on. And like I said, if you like Power Rangers, tell me what your favorite Power Ranger was growing up. So, enjoy the video, enjoy the questions, enjoy the talk, and I'll see you guys after the video's over. See? Oh, man.
hey,
No way.
You doing good?
Yeah, man. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Michael, thank you for joining me. I just posted on the page. But anyway, man, I want to thank you for coming, dude.
Of course, yeah, absolutely, man. Thank you for having me. Thank you for spending your time with me.
Dude, anytime. I came to the karate school. Let me show you this real quick. On one cameo, he's waiting, and I'm about to click in. Hope you guys can join me sometime. I'm having a lot of fun.
That's awesome. I love it.
It's cool, man. But yeah, man, I appreciate it. You know, this live one-on-one is amazing. I just did there's something called V-Shout, but man, how are you doing? Tell me a little bit about yourself. I'm good, dude. How did you hear about the cameo? So I followed you on Instagram for a while, for probably since I've had Instagram, and I messaged you actually on Cameo, like just Messenger. So then when you started doing this, I was like, oh, this is a perfect way to still like kind of help out or like get involved into something that he's doing or something that he's a part of. So I was just like, you know what, I'll hop on board with that. Super amazing, man, that you did. It's super cool. So where are you from? Michigan, Macomb, Michigan. The Metro Detroit area, probably like 25, 30 minutes outside of downtown Detroit. And I've lived here all my life. That's cool, man. And you've been a fan since, how long have you been a fan? Honest to God, literally since I was born. My mom had like she had a big crush on you. Even though she's older than you, she had a crush on you from Power Rangers. And then since then, I basically watched the show, and I watched you progress from Power Ranger or Mighty Morphin to Zeo to Turbo, and I grew up right around when all that was happening. And I just fell in love with the show, man, and I loved like who you were as a guy. And then growing up, I realized that you were fighting MMA too, and I'm a huge MMA fan. So it's like it only made me like a bigger fan of you in the long run. So how old are you? I'm 24, gonna be 25 this year. Okay, so you were a baby when the Power Rangers was on in '93. You were born in '95? Yep, yeah. So it was like I said, it was probably like 3 years after I was born. I want to say it was like Turbo was kind of like the big season, or like the season that was bigger. Yeah. Right around when I started to like kind of recognize Power Rangers, because I remember I loved the Turbo movie growing up. It was, oh man, I feel so nostalgic talking about it. Because there's not a lot of times that we talk about the Turbo, which I think is a good time. It's not like I don't promote Turbo. I just think because we, switched, TJ took the coin. Yeah. So when I started acting, I was, I was young, but I wanted to do a show. And so I went to an agency, and I'd had long hair. I had a ponytail. I had earrings. I went into the agency, and I said, hey, I'm looking for representation. They said, yeah, you got a good look. You got charisma, but you need to cut your hair, and you need to take your earrings out. Because at that time, they said,
I wasn't presentable. If I went like this now, man, they would flip out. But I said, okay, I'm gonna cut my hair, which was heart wrenching because I always had a ponytail.
Yeah.
All my instructors had a ponytail. So I cut my hair, and then I took my earrings out, and then I went back to the agency. The same guy. So I went back and I said, hey, I cut my hair. What's going on? And he was busy on the phone, and he gave me the hand. He said, I'm on the phone booking a Coca-Cola commercial for someone. Now, I hate giving the hand because I think it's rude.
Yeah.
And I said, okay. So I cut my hair. I took my earrings out. Now, at that time, I kind of felt weird, I felt like
a little
I cut
naked.
my hair. Yeah, exactly. I felt like I was naked, my head and my earrings. So I went back, and I told him, well, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm going to be an actor, and I don't know what to say. And he told one of my guys who was standing there, he told my friend, you can go outside. And I told my friend, no, you can stay here. So my friend listened to me because he's one of my black belts. And so I was persistent. I, looked around and was like, hey, man, so what are we going to do about it? I cut my hair, took out my earrings, and he said, well, I don't know. I mean, we can't represent you. So he frantically looked around and grabbed a piece of paper and said, here you go. This is right up your alley. And I said, okay. He goes, we're even. And that was called Phantoms. And that was Power Rangers.
Okay.
So when I read, I never originally read for the Red Ranger.
Yeah.
I read for Tommy, but I had to read Zach's lines. Now, meanwhile, there's another girl who was in the pilot. She did not want to do the show at all. She was the Yellow Ranger. She, I think, wanted more money, so they said, whoop, they cut her. And so I auditioned with girls. So I didn't know if it was a girl role or a guy role. And so I did my audition. Very few guys. I mean, they had their belts tied wrong. And I said, what are you here to audition for? And they said, Phantoms. And I said, So I already knew the competition was thin.
Yeah.
Because I knew how they tied their belts. So I went in, did my routine. They were like, never said they're hired. They went, great. Can you do me a favor? Can you go out in the hallway and pick someone and give them a routine? Because at that time, it's kind of like saying, okay, Michael, let me see a routine. These people didn't know what to do, so it was just lame.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't know what to do, so I got Twee. I said, Twee, come here. So I taught her this. If I taught this, it'd be like, slow Tai Chi type of stuff.
Yeah.
I taught her this kata, and she went in there, hi, I'm Twee, and, Trini, who was Trini, and I'm here to audition, and then she did her, and she got the role. So we were hired at the same time. Now, the reason why I tell you this story is because Walter Jones don't even know it. A lot of these guys didn't know that I auditioned with her, so we both got the role. And I had to wait. I was in episode 14, so I'd go to set. We're filming Culver City. Ever since then, my whole point to this is to believe in yourself and don't change your appearance for anyone.
Yeah.
I have my tattoos. I can quickly be judged. I got my Power Ranger tattoo right here.
Oh, that's awesome.
But I don't mind being judged because God knows my heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Jesus didn't tap. I saw that one. That was a sick one. I love that one.
Jesus didn't tap. Bam. Yep.
That's awesome.
Never gave up on us, and he won't now during this time.
Never.
Do you have any other questions you thought? Because this is some of the stuff I told you I never told people before, so I think it's pretty cool.
On that, it was everything I've heard thus far is amazing. Actually, a couple questions written down if you don't mind me just grabbing my phone real quick.
Yeah, sure, man.
Besides you, did you know if anyone else in the cast had like martial arts backgrounds going into it? I think Austin St. John did. Trini did, or Toy did a little bit, but I didn't know if anyone really like.
She really didn't do a little bit. She said she did, but when I worked on that routine with her, she either picked it up, she might have when she was really young.
Yeah.
But actors say everything. You have to understand, I was a professional martial artist. I came to set. I had a variety of tools. I did the bow staff, nunchucks. I did actually. There's one bow staff scene in the juice bar that I did.
Yep.
But I originally did it with double nunchucks, and it was a double nunchuck kata I did, and they came back and said we need to reshoot it because nunchucks are illegal in some states, and we're going to have issues. Now, Dave, I'll give him much credit. I helped him, and he helped me with gymnastics. Now, you have to understand, I've never done flips before I started Power Rangers. People were doing backflips, and I was like, okay. Amy had gymnastics skill.
Yeah.
I said, you can help me out a little bit. Walter was cool. Walter was a dancer, and he created this hip-hop keto.
Yep.
And I thought it was very cool. And then Austin, he trained. But see, at that time, we didn't have Google or computers, so we really couldn't, you know, when we hire someone, they would say something like other people would say, I'm this, I'm that, but we couldn't check the roots.
Couldn't fact check.
And not that the roots mattered at the time, but my roots go pretty deep. So when I came into Hollywood, it was a lot different.
Yeah.
I had to do a lot of Hollywood kung fu, you know, like I couldn't do this on the show.
Yeah.
Because that's how you can knock someone out, but I had to go,
Whooping.
bam,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So
Real action.
I would say I don't know of anyone except a legend, Mike Chat, who was the Blue Ranger, and I'm not too sure which season, but he was the Blue Ranger. Mike Chat is legit. He started, you know, the XMA, you know, where he did, you know, he was a pioneer at the time. And so when he became a Ranger, it was crazy. Blake was, now think about it, I'm thinking the original cast. Blake, he's now a 4th degree black belt. He was a good karate kid at the time. Johnny Bosch did a little kung fu. Steve Cardenas was legit.
Yeah.
Steve Cardenas is legit now. He's you know, black belt in jiu-jitsu, and he's a really good martial artist. So, but I was thinking the original cast. So to answer your question, Austin had training. Walter had hip hop keto street training. He was great.
Made it look
Twee,
good
a
too.
little bit of kung fu maybe back in her days. Amy Jo, awesome competitor gymnastics. Dave Yost, awesome gymnast. I mean, when I say awesome, these guys helped me out. So I traded. I helped them a little karate. We did gymnastics. But hands down, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was the best seasons with the original cast.
Yeah.
I don't mean to say that in the bad way, but
no.
you had Jason, the Jock, Walter, Hip Hop Keto, the Black Ranger, Twee, the Yellow Ranger, Amy Jo, the Valley Girl, and then Tommy, you know, that was a loner.
Yep.
And then you had Billy, who calculated everything. He was the smart kid. So the way that they put that together, I thought was very unique and interesting. And you know, I'm a diehard original MMPR fan of what the show is, what the show was. So when the other 3 guys left, it was pretty sad. But then the other 3 came, and I was happy with the choices.
My next one was, what got you originally into martial arts? Was it something you just did as a kid and you just stuck with, or was it just like a pet? Yeah.
Just walked by karate school, thought this is something really cool. Karate is captivating. I was captivated, and then I got stuck on the goals. Like, you know, people don't understand. Even now at my karate school, I don't charge testing fees. I never will, never won't. My black belt test is 12 hours. It takes 6 to 8 years to reach martial arts, so I'm not a McDojo. That's number one.
Yeah.
I can be if I want, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Never have been. So, you know, from white belt to orange belt took forever. You know what I mean? And then we had blue belt. We didn't have a lot of belts in it. You know, the brown belt. So I learned to train the proper way, but also I learned that a belt doesn't make a person, but I was hooked on getting a tip, getting to the next level.
Yeah.
I guess it was the you know, trying to get to the next goal. And I got hooked, and the goal just keeps continuing. And when you become a 10th degree, it starts all over again.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's an amazing journey, and it's something I love to do. I know how to fight. I know how to do Hollywood kung fu. And most importantly, it taught me discipline and work ethics.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, keep
100%.
fighting, keep pushing. You know, I'm sure you're the type of guy I want on my team. I don't want whiners. I don't want people that complain. I mean, if we're doing a war, which the world's at war right now.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like,
100%.
we're going to win the battle and we'll win the war, but we got to keep pushing through with our beliefs and what we believe in, and, you know, keep hope and faith.
Yeah.
Because right now we're being tested even more with faith.
100%.
You know what I mean? It seems
100%.
like the world's going down, and you know, whatever else is going, but me and you are here doing this cameo one-on-one, and I get to escape from reality on the outside, and I get to share time with you that, you know, who knows what happens in the world? Who knows when I become the age of Stan Lee's time, you have this video that you can reflect and say, hey, look, this is an old school video and things that I learned on here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What other questions do you have in your phone?
If you could rank them, besides Mighty Morphin, just because I knew that would be probably your number one, how would you rank Zeo, Turbo, and Dino Thunder? Like, which ones did you have the most time with, or the best times with, and things like that?
Dino Thunder, Zeo, and Turbo.
I would
assume
Turbo just because it was like the shortest one for you.
Yeah, it was kind of the shortest one. We did the second movie. It kind of bombed.
Yeah.
You know, we missed the opportunity. There was a lot of wrong choices on making it. And I think the reason why, and a lot of people don't know, but when I came to set, all the other actors never met Haim Saban, ever. So they never met him. So they were saying, well, we never met this guy, and I know him very well. So I said, okay, well, I'm going to go in there in his office, and I'm going to tell him that you need to come to set because I'm hearing a lot of people talk. They're upset. So when I went in there to explain this to Haim, I said, look, you came to the show every time from day one. He was, protective over the brand. He's never showed up, and I'm just trying to tell him actors that work for you want to see you.
Yeah.
So you need to come. And he said, I don't really need to. I'll just pay everyone more money. I said, but that's not what we want.
Yeah.
We want a pat on the back.
Yeah, we want to see
well,
that
I'm not
face.
coming to set. Yeah, so I said, well, I'm leaving the show. If that's what you can't do, then I'm leaving the show.
Yeah.
Thinking that threatening leaving the show would make him come to set and say hi to everyone. So I threw myself under the bus for everyone.
Yeah.
Sacrifice. People don't know it. People that are there, think, oh, JDF's doing this, JDF's doing that. I sacrificed my job for them. So when I said I'm leaving the show, he said, okay. So as I walked out the door, I promise you, as I walked out the door, I said, Jason, when you leave the show, I will fire everyone. And I had to live with that. And I ended up leaving the show, and some people stayed, some people, were there. Some people, they change the cast every year, so actors don't have that power. Yep. That's the reason why. Yep. So when I left and went back to Turbo, I left the proper way of leaving the show. Some people went on strike, people left. Yep. So we had to shoot with stunt doubles, and you have to understand we're in the middle of a show, so actors left for whatever reason. They were trying to make the show better. They were trying to go union, whatever the reasons are. I love the guys, but me, Dave, and Amy stayed. So I was trying to help. And I went back, and the way you leave a job, any kid watching or anyone out there, Michael, is you give 2 weeks notice.
Yep. Always.
You tell them, look, I'm leaving the show. You could write me out. It was hard to do that and give a power coin and quit, but I decided to leave while the show was number one.
Yeah.
I left when the show was on top.
High.
As soon as I left, not just saying that, as soon as I left, ratings started dropping, started slipping. They went to Disney. They called me back for Dino Thunder, helped me out with ratings. Ratings went here. They started to drop. Haim picked them up. They went up to here.
Yep.
Then it started dipping, and Hasbro bought it, and it's going down. And that's why we're doing the Legend of the White Dragon.
Yeah.
That's just a simple answer.
Yeah. I love the Legend of the White Dragon concept because, like, you said it in an interview before, or on one of your lives, it's not Power Rangers, but it's still, like, in that martial art, morphing type of realm. So the way that we did Legend of the White Dragon, originally we had this concept that was kind of similar to it, and we tried kickstarting it, and it wasn't in my heart that was the right story. Yeah.
For me, it wasn't the correct story. So me and Aaron revisited it. They were going to launch it March 20th, and we changed the script. Amazing. I'm going on with my character name, Eric, E-R-I-K, carrying my brother's name because he passed away years ago, but he played my brother on the show.
Bless.
So we wanted to create a whole new universe that people were comfortable and familiar with. So having fans do this project is the way to go.
Yeah.
Not Lionsgate, not anywhere else. Is because corporations like Hasbro doesn't understand the Power Ranger talk. They don't understand the fans. We drive the fan base. So when me and Aaron got together, the script is amazing. And it's going to make you feel at home. And the costume is incredible.
Oh, so
villains, everything that your age group wants to see, we're going to fulfill the desire and the appetite that fans are hungry right now. And that's why we started it. And then the virus hit. During the virus time, everyone was part of it because right now we need to feel a part of something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We need to feel part of a team.
Yeah, like
and that's why the team Legend of the White Dragon exists. Because the Kickstarter gave hope. I visit every day.
Yeah.
I get to see what's going on. I get to hear the fans, and it's part of the process. You know what I mean? So give me your outtake of what you feel the Legend of the White Dragon is.
Honestly,
how do you feel that it's being created?
I love the fact that you involved fans in every step of the way. I love the fact that, like, whether it was a small amount or a big amount, you were able to bring in yourself into, like, the world. Like, I love the fact, like you said, it's not a big corporation. It's literally fan-driven. It's for the fans. It was made from, like, you guys specifically hearing what we wanted, hearing what we enjoyed most, and things like that. That's what I was really excited. Everything looks great, like aesthetically and costume wise and everything like that. But it's just more so the idea of this is strictly like what we want to give for the fans that have been here all along, and that's what I've always loved the most about it all.
Well, thank you, man. I really appreciate it, Michael.
Of course.
I tell you, I have a couple pages, the LOT, L-O-T, White Dragon, JDF Spoken Truth, where we could talk a little bit about life, and then the JDF FFN. All three different hubs, all three different content.
Yeah.
Because I think it's important to, drive the feeling content to the JDF Spoken Truth, where I could be a little bit more free.
Yeah.
Legend of the White Dragon, we have some process pictures of the suits that we're going to post in videos. And then the JDF FFN, and I always go live and I call people free into my page.
Yeah.
We spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I send Nicole to the airport. I wish I send Nicole to the post office, and we're always taking care of people. And I think that's what it means.
Yep.
And with Cameo, the reason why it's so cool is because it pushes everybody. I'll get to everyone, but it's almost impossible. I got thousands of requests.
Exactly.
So it pushes it to the top, and bloop, it schedules it. So I know, hey, this is cool. I get to schedule this time. I get to spend time with Michael. Obviously, we went more than 10 minutes because I don't really care about that. We got a chance to answer questions. And so I'm happy. I'm happy and blessed. Anyone should be happy and blessed, even if they have one fan.
Yeah.
Because you should treat one fan like you treat millions of fans. And I promise that we're all equal. All equal. And I say no matter the skin color I have with tattoos or whatever you have, it's like we're all equal. We're all people. We all have hearts, and we all deserve what we're supposed to deserve. We need, the recognition. We need to be accepted in life, and that's kind of what we're going through right now.
Yep.
And I love everyone the same, and I just wish for peace in the world. I wish for for happiness. And I know once we're out of quarantine, we're going to be filming The Legend of the White Dragon. So I'm really happy that you could be part of it. And I'm happy to do this cameo, man. And is there any last things you want to ask before I go?
There was one more question I had. What would be like your dream, I guess, match or fight against any MMA fight, I guess?
I think mostly the celebrity fight that I would be really happy on doing. Honestly, it would be the Jean-Claude Van Damme versus JDF. That would be a fight that's fun.
Yeah.
That's not part of the UFC. Something that's fan driven, because I know he wanted to fight at one point.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to help him to say, hey, I'd fight, and then TMZ turned into something really bad.
Yeah.
And then I met him, and that turned really bad. So I wouldn't want to fight him because I'm angry at him or he's angry at me. Yeah. I have love for everyone. I just think it would be super cool. Jean-Claude Van Damme, even though he's old, I am too. I'll be 47. It's just, if that would be fun.
Yeah.
It would be an entertaining exhibition fight.
100%.
And he's still good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I saw his last movie. He's still good. So, but it would be fun.
That would be awesome. I would love that. With media these days, they might instigate things or just push a wrong narrative. So I didn't know if you guys legitimately were ever interested in that, or if it was ever talked about or anything like that. So that was probably.
I was.
Yeah.
I was, and then I met him. I was really happy to meet him because I'm a big fan of his. I was happy to meet him at Lamoli Comic-Con, and he just went crazy, man. He just just got mad and confronted me, and it was a big blow up. I would say the media didn't change that fact of what he did.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to fight him just because of that. It's just I think it would be fun as an exhibition. People say don't pick on old man. I'm 47. I mean, he's still good. You know what I mean?
He's still throwing around house. He'll be fine.
Well, I mean, I definitely would win the fight.
Oh,
100%. For the fans.
100%.
I'll milk it a little bit so I can, go an extra couple rounds.
Well, you're finishing guys in, 30 seconds with knees and tapping them. I don't think there hasn't been a single one of your fights that have gone to a decision.
No, I would probably drag it out to decision. Like my friend Mike Jackson, he's a really good friend of mine. He dragged out the Punk fight and then got in trouble with UFC because he dragged it out. And so I definitely would, milk it a little bit just to have fun.
Yeah, get some extra time in, get some exposure in, beat them up a little bit. Why not? What's the problem with that? Why
not? It's fun. All right, buddy. Well, thank you, man. I know Cameo was giving me the thing a long time ago, but I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you taking time with me. Hit me up on the page. I like to post this video, I'm sure we'll get a lot of, oh, Jean-Claude Van Damme, but it's fine.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, I appreciate you, dude, so much, and I look forward to seeing you on my page.
Absolutely, dude. Thank you for taking the time out. I really do appreciate it.
No problem. All right,
Awesome,
post that on my page.
I appreciate it. Thank you again.
All right, buddy.
This is like a dream come true for me, honest to God. Honestly.
Well, I appreciate you, Michael, and I'll see you on the gram.
Absolutely. See ya. Have a good one, Jason.
All right, buddy. Thank you, man. You too, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for coming.
Man, that was crazy. Hope you guys like it. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, because let me tell you, I loved that experience. One of my favorite videos, if not the favorite that I've done thus far. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it just the same. Like I always say, like, comment, subscribe, put that notification bell on. Let me know what you think I should do next time. If there's people I should reach out and try and interview also. Things like that. So without further ado, my name is Mike. You guys are the Lost Tribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.